It's easy to see the beauty in Mankato and the surrounding areas. From the many lakes and forests to the cities and towns, there's something special here. Deichman Construction has been building custom homes here since 1990, with a mission to give each client unsurpassed workmanship, using the finest materials available and unequaled customer service.
Joining me now is Mark Deichman of Deichman Construction. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Mark, we are standing in a home that is simply spectacular, and I cannot wait to take a tour and learn more about the custom features of this home. But first, tell me a little bit about Deichman Construction.
Well, we started business in 1990. We've been building custom homes and remodeling homes, the whole time since then. We are very passionate about the custom process. We have a goal of ours never to build the same house twice, and I think that kind of fuels our passion. And we can, every house we build, we always just want to get, keep on pushing the envelope, farther and farther to see how we can continue to improve these homes.
And what areas do you build in?
Well, we're from Mankato, and most of what we do is in the Mankato area. Wherever one of our clients brings us, we'll go in an area, up to maybe 50 miles or so.
And that's true for your remodeling company as well?
That's correct.
So anyone who's looking to build a home in or around Mankato, you're very flexible in working with the location and building a custom home or doing a custom remodel.
Absolutely.
This home is such a stunning example of your work. Driving up to the home, the curb appeal is simply awesome. Tell me about the exterior of the home.
Well, the exterior of this home, it's sitting on the shores of beautiful Lake Washington here in southern Minnesota. One thing when we start working with a client, the first thing we do is we start with the lot, then we start designing the house, for the lot. This particular house, being on the lake as it is, we wanted to have a kind of a nautical type of a theme to it. In every house we build, we really like to try to not box ourselves in from an architectural style, from a time standpoint. This house, along with every other house that we build, we try to make sure that it has a timeless nature to it. I don't know about you, but as I'm driving through neighborhoods, I can typically pick out what decade a house was built in. And with our house, I really try to get away from that if at all possible. And the second thing too is whenever we build a house, the curb appeal is so important. And as we, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So we will always, put a lot of emphasis and time on that curb appeal. So, in reference to the curb appeal and the first impression, we do put an awful lot of emphasis as to, how does one feel when they step over the threshold of one of our homes. And, we never get a second chance to make a first impression. And it doesn't matter who we are, what walk of life that we're from. It could be the soccer team or a business associate or a neighbor. Or eventually one day you will be selling the house, and a lot of these homes are, definitely driven by emotion. And we want to make sure that first impression is very memorable for the house. So we put a lot, as we start designing these homes, we look at, on paper, the first thing we do is we look at everything you see when you step foot over that threshold. And that there's a tremendous amount of emphasis that goes on to the first impression on our homes. And you'll see that with all the homes that we build.
It has been 3.5 years since the completion of our new home on Lake Washington. We want you to know that we continue to consider ourselves so fortunate to have chosen Deichman Construction. We loved your dedication and the fact that it was always so easy to communicate with you and your team. An effort was also made by every member of your team, from craftsmen, plumbers, electricians, and every supplier, to deliver nothing but the best. You not only met our expectations, but exceeded them in every way, and we had very high expectations. Every day we are so appreciative that we chose you to build our home. As we share our home with our family and friends, this continues to show more and more over time. We have a great deal of pride in our home and can only thank you for what we think is your greatest attribute as a builder: integrity. There's no place like home, and Deichman Renovation understands just that. Sometimes, though, your family's home needs some help. Whether it's remodeling a bathroom or a kitchen, or adding on to meet your changing needs. The experienced team at Deichman is there to help you. Committed to using only the top-of-the-line materials and the best techniques, Deichman Renovation will make your home brand new again. For more information or to request a free quote, go to deichmanconstruction.com.
And this home specifically, you certainly get that awe factor walking inside. And the floor plan was one of the first things that I noticed. Tell me about that.
The floor plan, actually, this house, along with every other house, it usually starts with something kind of drives the floor plan. It might be a home theater or a golf simulator. In this case, it was a kitchen. The kitchen is what drove this house. As you walk through, you'll see the very custom nature of the kitchen and the cabinetry and the style and whatnot. So we started with the kitchen and kind of went from there. And you'll see the rest of the house is all, the windows are oriented towards the lake.
An open floor plan is something that so many people are looking for today. And I understand you have a philosophy regarding an open floor plan.
Absolutely. With technology where it is today, we can build these homes completely open. We don't need a column, we don't need a wall, we don't need a post. And most people today, they want open. You ask them what they want, they say, I want an open floor plan. They all say it. And the problem with an open floor plan is, the space gets to be too big, and then it's kind of hard to define the space within the openness. So what we strive to put a lot of attention to is how do we keep things open and keep the views open, so we can get these large vistas, yet we can still have individual rooms through the space. We do that with a lot of different ceiling details, a lot of different ceiling heights, a lot of different floor coverings and floor covering breaks, and some partial walls and such. But like I said, the whole goal is to make sure that we can still get the feeling of openness all the way through the building or through the space that we want to have open.
In winter of 2008, my wife and I made the choice to build the home of our dreams. We had already done a lot of research, including attending many of the tour of homes here in Mankato, as well as a few in the Twin Cities, and have previously built a home, so we knew a bit about build quality, but also knew that a contractor can either make your process enjoyable or painful. We had heard good things about Deichman Construction, and so after having done our initial homework, Mark was one of only 2 contractors that we interviewed. Long story short, we quickly decided on Mark's firm, and they exceeded even our expectations in every way. Lori and I knew we would be pushing the envelope as we had several ideas that no one else in town or even the Twin Cities had done before, yet Mark and his crew took it all in stride and built our home with minimal hassle. When something out of the ordinary did come up, we could count on Mark and his crew to take care of it. Maybe that's what impressed me the most. Despite using many new products and using our own blueprints and trying things not ever done in this area before, we pretty much had peace of mind throughout our project. I can't overstate that enough. Throughout the build project, Mark's team, including the subcontractors, ran a tight ship, and the site project was very clean at the end of every day. Deichman Construction gets the best subcontractors because Mark's been in the business and only works with the best. As a result, our project was efficient in both time and money, and his quotes were right on. Additionally, the build site was much cleaner than several other homes that have gone up in our area lately, meaning that your neighbors will like you too. No home can be expected to be absolutely perfect, and that's why Mark continues to exceed our expectations. Whenever we've had any issue, Deichman Construction is there to fix it or make sure it gets fixed. Having built and continuing to build many of the best homes in the area gives Deichman Construction the pull that you'd never get as an individual with all the subcontractors, both during and after your build project, to get all of those final finishing projects done quickly and efficiently. We unconditionally recommend Deichman Construction. You may find other contractors that quote a cheaper price initially, but the peace of mind and pull that you get with Deichman Construction is unmatched. Choose wisely. Town & Country Interiors specializes in residential interior design. From our showroom, we work on custom homes, remodels, existing homes, and spec homes, providing a full range of interior design services. Our experienced and qualified designers guide our clients through our design showroom to find the right products and resources for their project. We cover everything from furniture, wall coverings, and custom window treatments to carpet, tile, wood flooring, accessories, and much more. Essentially, from start to furnished. At Reichel Insulation, we install a complete line of insulation for your home, office, or farm building. We only install products that we truly believe give the best benefit to our customers. Products like retro foam, foamed in-place insulation. We also carry fiberglass loose fill and polyurethane spray foam. In business since 1995, we stand behind our products and are committed to our customers' complete and total satisfaction with our products and service. 507-388-8755.
There are so many details that really stand out about this home. Let's talk a little bit about some more specific details, starting with the kitchen.
Well, you'll start with the kitchen here that we're standing in. It's starting with the cabinetry, and you'll see the custom port windows in the kitchen wall. The cabinets were built around all the way over to the professional appliances that we have that we're actually housing inside of a custom armoire furniture piece that again was custom made with our cabinetry to be consistent with the kitchen.
So many very unique details. And in the master bedroom and bath, some extremely unique details as well.
In 22 years of being in business, we always like to make sure that at least in the master bedroom we can at least make we want these rooms to stand out. We want people to know this is the master bedroom. This is not a guest room. This is the master. And you'll see one of the many different ceiling details we do, and you'll see in this house is no exception. We call it a modified tray ceiling with the crown molding and light detail. And from there you'll walk into the master bath, and you'll see that also is very custom by nature, very tile intensive, and a lot of emphasis on the shower and on the hot tub. It's simply marvelous.
And I understand the tile is very special.
Yeah, this particular house, there was a heavy emphasis on the tile work, and our tile contractor we worked with him for the last 15 years or so, and he's definitely the best in the business, and as you walk through the house, you'll see what I'm talking about.
It's definitely noticeable, and everything is so beautiful and visually appealing about the home. But I understand you have a very unique philosophy when it comes to things that go on behind the walls.
Oftentimes in our business, people refer to smoke and mirrors. It's you can make a house look good with sheetrock and paint and carpet, but the reality is these houses are we expect these houses to be around 100 years from now, and in order for that to happen, we need to do everything right from the foundation up. We spend a lot of time in our mechanical rooms. I mean, everything in the mechanical room is neat, it's orderly, it's well placed, it's thought out. The lower levels in our homes here in Minnesota, they are typically get finished, and they are finished at the same level as the main floor. And we want to make sure that the proper thought and plan goes into the mechanical room. So it's everything is accessible in one location. And like I said, when you walk in that room, you know that this it's the only indication how the rest of the house is built, because everything else is covered up. About 10 years ago, I had a home inspection business that I sold. The only indication I had how well the home was built is what indicators I got from the mechanical room. So with that said, we put a heavy emphasis on our mechanical rooms to make sure they are nothing but the neatest, and the cleanest, and the most orderly. Again, to be a complete reflection of how the entire house was built.
Just like using the best materials, it takes the right team to build a distinctive home with unparalleled craftsmanship. Where Mark is personally involved with every project, he's gathered like-minded individuals who are committed to giving you the advice to make the right decisions for you, along with making sure every detail is covered when it needs to be. From the project managers in the field, making sure that the day-to-day construction is done right, to the team in the office, they're there every day to be available for you if you have any questions. It really is a team approach with Deichman Construction to give you a one-of-a-kind home.
My wife and I have lived in the area our whole lives, and we in fact built a home on Lake Washington years back. And we have friends that we've been to their homes built by Mark, and we've been on tours at Deichman has built homes, and we knew that we wanted to have him build a home for us. And we, in fact, bought a lot on Lake Washington with the intent of building when this house came available. And my wife and I came and looked at the home, toured the home, and we were just totally impressed. Fortunately, we had the good fortune to get the deal done and buy the home. And probably the main reasons, when we come in, the quality of the home, it's just impeccable. Every detail, from the mechanical room, I mean, every water line, the electrical, everything is lined up. The fireplaces, the home, the structure, we've not found one thing in this home that we are not satisfied with. We love it. Another thing that was quite impressive of Mark is after we bought the home, one of the first phone calls we received was from Mark and wanted to know if he could come and meet us. And we said, sure, and he came out right away. We'd been in the home for less than 2 weeks, and Mark showed up with a couple of his crew and completely went through the home. I mean, it was nothing he needed to do, but he showed up at our home and went through every detail with us, where the electrical run, everything about the home. Outside, we had an outside tour. He talked about the shingles, the lot, I mean, way over and above what he needed to do. And if we ever sold or moved, we would have Mark build a home for us again, no questions asked.
At Northern Comfort Incorporated, we believe it's our people and our products that make us stand out. Even after 38 years in business, we still pay attention to the small details, and we pride ourselves on outstanding customer service. We offer complete HVAC and plumbing design, service, and installation for existing homes, new homes, additions, and even commercial projects. Through our dedication to quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products, we sell comfort and peace of mind. Since 1973, the family-run business of Plug Electric has been providing outstanding quality at a competitive price. For residential and commercial clients alike, Plug Electric earned Mankato Magazine's Reader's Choice Award for Best Electrical Contractor in 2012. The professionals at Levac Drywall are the ones to call on for all of your drywall finishing needs, from small repairs and remodeling to new construction. Outstanding service and attention to detail have been the hallmark of Levac Drywall for 35 years. Nothing's more important than the safety of your home, which is why the family-owned business of Gopher Alarms specializes in just that. For 40 years, Gopher Alarms has been giving families peace of mind with personalized alarm systems and exemplary service. Nothing makes a home more complete than the ambiance created by lighting. Since 1987, Denko Lighting has been committed to helping homeowners create the perfect lighting in their new or remodeled home, using quality products and exceptional service. From the moment you walk into a Deichman Construction home, you'll notice the quality, attention to detail, and excellence that comes from years of experience. Deichman Construction is committed in creating one-of-a-kind homes while focusing on making sure that every client has the best experience possible. Deichman Construction provides personal assistance from design to completion using the best techniques and materials available. 507-625-7861 or find them at deichmanconstruction.com.
And I understand that you are very good at working with your home buyers and really educating them about the process throughout the entire build.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it all starts at, when I start working with the homeowners from the very beginning. We talk about lot selection, and we talk about the house that they want to end up in, and we talk about budgets. And we, of course, it's our job to try to build, their house plan, to meet their budget. So so it's all very important. At the very beginning, when we start designing a home for a client, it starts with an 8-page, what we refer to as, it's called buyer's fund homework. And with that, that lets us know a little bit about the homeowners, and they have an opportunity to talk with their spouse and see exactly what they want and don't want in their house. And then that's a very useful tool. From there, then we start the design process. We actually work with our draftspeople to start putting the house on paper, and it starts to get real at this point, and then we can kind of get our square footages down, we can kind of get the house style down. And once we all agree on that, then what we do is we take that one-dimensional line drawing, that we take that and we convert it to a 3D rendering that we can then do virtual walkthroughs with our homeowners for. And what's so important about that is, so often, the homeowners don't always understand what a floor plan is going to do for them, how they're going to live in it. So by taking the 3D rendering, letting them walk through the space, they can actually feel the space before we ever get there. And it's our intention is to find out the things that they don't like before they actually get built. We strive to try and catch change before it becomes a cost. And the 3D has been a terrific tool for us to do that. And again, I can't emphasize enough, it's so important that we design the home with the budget in mind. It is very easy to design a really nice home that no one can afford, and that's not our goal at all.
So regardless of budget, people who are looking to build a home can rest assured that in working with Deichman Construction, you will work with them within their budget to make sure that their dreams are realized regardless.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter to me. The budget could easily be $200,000. It can be $2 million. It doesn't matter. I feel it's up to us to get as much as we possibly can out of that budget.
When using Deichman Renovation to enhance your home, you get the experience of a team that understands what's going on behind the walls. This knowledge stops surprises from cropping up that extend the time of the build and add to the overall budget.
Mark, it's been such a pleasure touring this home. It is simply beautiful. I know the viewers are awed at how stunning this home is visually, but what else would you like them to remember about this home?
This home, along with every other home that we build, there's a lot more to it than what you see on the outside. This home, along with the other homes that we build, they're all built to a 5-star Energy Star Plus rating. And what that does is it's not only just a responsible way to build, and we've been building this way ever since we began. But also at the end of the day, it actually saves our homeowners a tremendous amount of money in operating homes of this size.
So a lot of thought goes into each home that you build, outside, inside, and throughout, and it is really evident in speaking with you today and in touring this home that quality is your #1 priority.
Absolutely. The people that are on our jobs, they're there for one reason. They're the best at their respective craft, and that's it. That's the end of the day. That's what it's all about. And delivering a product to our clients that exceeds their expectations.
Deichman Construction is proud to offer Wellington custom townhomes. Enjoy living in a quiet neighborhood just minutes from downtown Mankato's city center, where you can enjoy shopping, dining and arts, and entertainment. Each townhome has 2 levels that you can customize to match your needs and lifestyle. And by working with Deichman Construction, you know that every detail will be executed flawlessly. Go to DeichmanConstruction.com to find out more today. We're delighted with our new townhome. The quality of the craftsmanship continues to impress us, especially when seeing other homes or having friends and coworkers comment about the quality and style, which is evident in the details, large windows, trim work, and custom design. The organizational skills and communication process between you, Drew, and Suzanne was phenomenal. We always had an answer the same day, or a response that an answer would come. We enjoyed the selections you allowed us to make and the fairness about the cost of our change orders. It has truly been a pleasure working with Deichman Construction.
Well, I've certainly learned a lot today. I know our viewers have as well. And for someone watching who is ready to start the process or just seeking more information, how can they contact you?
There's a lot of information on our website. You can certainly call our office or even call me on my cell phone. I'd love to sit down and talk about anyone's ideas or possibilities that they'd like to discuss.
And I understand you're pretty readily available.
Absolutely. I was born and raised right here in Mankato. We live and have an office in one of our subdivisions. So we're very, very available, and we've been here and we're going to be here.
Very much part of the community.
Absolutely.
Well, Mark, again, it's been such a pleasure. I've learned a lot. I want to thank you again for being on our show.
Thank you.
Deichman Construction looks forward to working with you to create the home of your dreams. An efficient, livable space as functional as it is beautiful. There are no limitations. Contact Deichman Construction today.